guys, what's up and welcome back to Gretchen's Vegan Bakery. Like, seriously, sometimes we just gotta get a little bit bougie up in here. And this pistachio rose cake is gonna get us there. With 2 brand new recipes and some rose extract to fancy up my best buttercream recipe, you can make this cake in no time. So sit back and watch it all unfold. First, I've got a new cake recipe for you, and it is loaded up with pistachios, paired up with that rose buttercream. Oh yeah, if elegant had a taste, it would be this cake. So next we're going to take a closer look at my original vegan mirror glaze recipe from way back in 2015. Now, I thought that recipe needed an updated version, and with this new strawberry couverture that I'm seriously in love with, major score. Real quick though, I do have to give credit where it is due, and this video and new recipes would not be happening if not for Olive Nation, who so generously sponsored this video. They sent me some of their products to test out. I have to say, I totally love their products, and I know that you will too. So be sure to click the links below, not only to go check out their awesome website to see all the baking things that we love, but they're also extending a 20% off coupon code to all of you guys just because you're here watching this video. So all the links are below in the box, and you won't want to miss out on this great discount. Alright, let's get right to this recipe. First, we are going to make the pistachio cake layers, and you're going to need sugar, vegan butter, plant milk, vegan yogurt, and I'm using vanilla coconut yogurt this time, vanilla extract, and for the dry ingredients, it's flour, baking powder, baking soda, and salt, and I'm using flax meal for the egg replacer this time. Oh yeah, and of course, pistachios. Alright, so it's a simple mix method. The vegan butter into the mixer bowl with the sugar and get that creaming. You're going to combine the dry ingredients together and sift it or just give it a good whisk to incorporate it evenly. Now the butter and the vegan sugar is going to take about 3 to 5 minutes on medium-high speed to get it nice and light and fluffy. So in the meantime, you can combine the hot water with the flax meal and get it nice and thick. Just set that aside. The yogurt gets combined with the plant milk and the vanilla gets added to that. Now we're going to do what's called an alternating creaming method of cake mixing, which simply means that once that gooey thick flax paste gets added into the creamed butter sugar mixture, you're just going to start adding in the other ingredients in an alternating fashion, beginning and ending with the dry. So first 1/3 of the dry goes in and mix it just until it's moistened. You don't have to go nuts here. Then add half of the liquid, same thing, just until combined. Then it's the other 1/3 of dry, the rest of the liquid, and then the remaining dry ingredients. Now last goes the ground pistachios, and just give it a nice good whip. Now most of you know that I am forever making my layer cakes with 3 layers of 7-inch cakes, but today I wanted to go a bit more rustic looking and make a stout 8-inch cake with just 2 layers. This batter was just enough to make 2 really thick, beautiful layers. Alright, get those into the oven, and while the cake is baking, you're going to mix up your favorite buttercream recipe. Now, I have 5 buttercream recipes to choose from on my website. Pick whichever one you like the best, and I'm actually using the American style buttercream here today. And by adding in about a tablespoon to just half of the recipe, you really don't need a full recipe of buttercream here today because it's just a little bit for the filling and then a small amount for the crumb icing. Now be sure to taste your buttercream as you go and adjust that extract to your liking. Start with a teaspoon or 2 and then adjust it from there. I used about a total of 1 tablespoon for half the recipe. Alright, by now your cake should be fully baked and totally cooled, and you can get to filling and doing the crumb icing. Now I actually did a double crumb coating because the mirror glaze is often a sheer icing, and you just don't want any of those darker cake patches showing through. So get your cake to the refrigerator to set and get it as cold as possible while you make the mirror glaze icing. If you've never made a mirror glaze before, it's not as intimidating as you might believe. The hardest part is actually finding coconut sweetened condensed milk. But if you can't find that in your stores, don't worry. I actually have a homemade recipe for you to make it yourself. And that's what I did here. And quite honestly, it's not that far off from the canned variety. I mean, the thickness of them and the taste is almost identical. All right, so now get the water, sugar, corn syrup, and that sweetened condensed coconut milk to a heavy bottom sauce pot, but not the agar powder. The agar only gets added once this mixture is super warm, or it will immediately set and you're just going to have giant balls. And we all know ain't nobody got time for giant balls in their recipes. All right, so now you'll return that to the heat, and now you'll bring everything up to a boil. Now here is the Strawberry Couverture that I told you about. Yeah, Olive Nation, go check it out. The links are below. But of course, if you don't have the strawberry chocolate, you can use all vegan white chocolate here. Your glaze will just end up being opaque white and not all pinky and strawberry flavored like mine. So once that liquid mixture is boiled up to activate the agar, pour it into the chocolate and whisk it smooth. That's it. That's mirror glaze. See how easy that was? Now the only thing to take note of is that you can't pour this directly onto your cake while it's piping hot, or you're going to melt your buttercream coat. So yeah, once your cake is totally chilled and your mirror glaze is cooled to about 100 degrees or 115, you could just pour it on and watch it drip. Man, look at that awesome shine. It is so pretty. And by the way, all that excess drippings can be reused simply by scraping it up after it's been set, and then you just rewarm it for your next cake project. It definitely stores in the refrigerator for weeks too. Alright, so I have garnished my cake border around the bottom edge with a little bit of cake trimmings and a little white chocolate decor for the top. Now I'm using fresh organic roses with some baby's breath. I love the look of this fresh flower cake decoration. Completely optional. You guys can decorate your cake however you like. A sprinkle of cake crumble. And you know, that's why it pays to always keep cake scraps on hand in the freezer. You just never know when you're gonna want a little something added to your cake decor. Now I do have some more fresh pistachios, and yes, I'm keeping them in the shell because I just think it looks cooler that way. I know, we're not supposed to put anything on a cake that we can't eat, but seriously, if somebody doesn't know enough not to eat the shell, we are in worse shape as a humanity than I thought. But listen, if you feel like you need a disclaimer, or just leave them out of the shells. In other words, decorate your cake however you like. But whatever you do, be sure to grab all the recipes at GretchensVeganBakery.com. And while you're there, don't forget your discount code for 20% off your order at Olive Nation. So yeah, thanks again to them for sponsoring this video. And if you want to check out the 2 other awesome recipes that I made from their products, click through to see strawberry cheesecake cookies and double chocolate chip cookies. And of course, thanks to everyone for watching my videos, liking, commenting, and subscribing here to my channel. Yeah, and stay tuned for my next live stream coming soon. I've been having so much fun with those. So be sure to click that notification bell too so you won't miss a thing. Alright everyone, thanks again for being awesome, and until next time, happy vegan baking. Bye for now.